We're ready, Lisa.
Okay, if you please start recording. Hello, and welcome to Transitioning Your Business to Online Marketing with Danielle Robinson, co-founder of Where's My Meeting, an audiovisual and digital marketing company in Bowie, Maryland. This session is being recorded. Today's Business Recovery Roundtable is part of the larger Bowie Business Recovery Program, which is 8 months of online technical assistance to help Bowie businesses strengthen their business operations and build new capabilities that will accelerate their growth in the months ahead as we emerge from the pandemic. My name is Lisa Smith. I'm the Executive Director of the Bowie Business Innovation Center. We are a hub for Bowie Business Acceleration located on the campus of Bowie State University. The Bowie Business Recovery Program is a collaboration between Bowie BIC and the Greater Bowie Chamber of Commerce. This initiative is funded by the City of Bowie. For a full calendar of Bowie Business Recovery events, to register for events, or to listen to recordings of previous events, please visit our website, www.bowiebusinessrecovery.com. If you would like to follow up today's session with a one-on-one conversation with Danielle Robinson about your own business transition to online marketing, please register through the Bowie Business Recovery website for her open door session, which is May 19th from 11 to 12. Small businesses have had to adapt to many changes over the last year, and Bowie businesses tell us that their number one operational challenge is how to use digital marketing to position their business for growth as we emerge from the pandemic. I know Danielle has a lot that she wants to share with you, so let's get started this morning. This session is being recorded, so please mute your microphones and post your questions for Danielle in the chat box because she will take questions at the conclusion of her presentation. Over to you, Danielle. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa. Good morning, everyone. My name is Danielle Robinson, and I'll be speaking about the power of digital marketing. So we're going to go ahead and dive right into this. Give me 1 second. All right, so today our agenda, we're going to talk about the importance of digital marketing, branding, social media, video content, email marketing, and then we'll have a closing. Why is digital marketing important? With digital marketing, you can reach an unlimited amount of people in a way that is cost-effective and measurable. The average human, if interested in a product, will spend about 2 minutes and 17 seconds viewing your website. But you only have about 10 to 15 seconds to grab their attention and turn that from a cold lead to a warm lead. Digital marketing allows you to expand your brand with new markets that will also increase your brand loyalty and create trust between your products and your customer. You can obtain detailed information about your customers to help find your targeted audience. And digital marketing, if used correctly, can increase your ROI. So here are the benefits of digital marketing. First thing is you can reach people where they spend their time. Being able to know where your customer spends their time will help you connect with your customer. It's more cost-effective than traditional marketing methods. When using the pay-per-click method, you only spend money when a customer clicks on your website. Digital marketing lets you outrank bigger players in your industry. While the larger companies are advertising on television, you can access your customer via social media, right in their cell phone. You can also create a customer journey. You can create multiple ads with different engagements that will lead your customer back to your website. Later on, I'll be showing you how to create a customer journey as well. So where to start? The first thing we're going to talk about is branding. So once you understand what your customer needs, you should customize your branding around what attracts them. Brand development does not stop after you get your first sale. Your brand should be forever changing. Then we're going to talk about social media accounts. Social media is an essential piece of your business marketing strategy. Your customer spends most of their time engaging in social media. So find out where your customer spends most of their time. Then we're going to talk about video content. Once you understand what people are searching for, you can use video content that will attract your future customer to your website. Creating content is what will increase your company's visibility with SEO. And lastly, we're going to talk about email marketing campaigns. Taking advantage of email marketing campaigns will keep your customer engaged with discounts, blog posts, and giveaways. You can also create surveys to obtain feedback that will help customize their customer experience. All right, so branding makes your company memorable. It helps to support your marketing and advertising efforts. Business owners often believe that your brand is simply a logo and a website. And while logo is part of your brand, it does not show your company's personality. So these are some of the things that your brand needs. You will want your brand to inspire loyalty. You want to reward your customers who come back time and time again. You want your brand to speak with emotion. What emotions trigger your customer when they see your advertisement? You also want to use intention with all of your branding. What is important to your customer? How does your business impact your customer? You want to be engaging. Interact with your customers via social media, surveys, sweepstakes, and giveaways, as well as the emails. And be consistent. Applying elements like your color schemes, fonts, and tones of voice throughout all of your platforms of social media is very essential. And as well, be flexible. As your company grows, so should your brand. So these are a couple brand questions that I want people to think about when they are creating their brand. You want to think about what's your brand's purpose? What future do you have that you want to help create for your customers? How will you conduct yourselves in support and pursuit of your mission, vision, and purpose? What are you here to do? When people interact with your brand, how do you want them to feel? What adjectives would you use to describe your brand? What does your competition sound like? What is another brand with a voice that you love? How do you want to talk about yourselves? How has your brand changed over time? How do you differentiate your brand? Who is your audience? Who's your competition? And how do you create visual identity align or misalign with your values? What does your current visual identity communicate? And what are the 3 main selling points / messaging pillars that you want to speak about? So if you have Dollar Shave, for example, Dollar Shave, they came out in about 2011, right when subscriptions were really going to blow up. And even now, just this past year, with everyone having to be in the home, all subscription plans have been bought out by everybody, and everybody wants the convenience of things being brought home to them. So Dollar Shave took advantage of that. And what they wanted to do was they wanted to bring in loyalty first with their customers. So their first thing is just $1 for any product. That means that all you have to do is pay $1 to get a subscription to their club. Just $1. That's kind of a really hard thing to say no to. So a lot of people can already say, okay, if it only takes me $1 to just try this out, I feel like I can commit to that. And then also what Dollar Shave did was they positioned themselves to be as a club, which that allows some type of exclusivity. You want to feel like you are part of a community. You want to feel like you have other people to share some excitement about a product with. So they make themselves a club. And then they also made it subscription based. Again, subscriptions are very easy. It easily comes out of somebody's account where it's auto pay, and then they easily just get it shipped to their homes. So that's been very, very attractive these past couple of years. Also, customers are allowed to create profiles. The best thing about this is it helps a customer feel like this company wants to know more about me so that they can cater better to what I need and help me with my solutions. And also for the company, this is very good because you get a better understanding of what your clients need and what can help bring your clients to keep coming back and to order more and more of your products. So it helps you customize each customer's experience. And then also Dollar Shave Club, they focus on the actual problem. Hello, I'm sorry, somebody needs to mute their computer. So Dollar Shave, they actually focus on actual problems that men face. So skincare solutions is a very huge industry, and that is a direct solution. They provide skincare products to people, to men that face skin issues. And then also, it solves a problem effectively and efficiently. It's a one-stop shop. It's very simple, user-friendly, easy to use. And you see with their advertisement, it's very light, it's open, it's happy, and it's welcoming. The next example we're going to have is Casper. So Casper, they are best in bed. Right off the bat, they're letting you know that they are the best that there is. So they're already telling their customers, look no further, we are where you need to be. Their brand is clean and as well it's effective. It's very warm, it's blue colors, blue tones. You have white, it's crystal clear. They just focus on great sleep. That's a problem that many people face around the world on an everyday basis. So if they can help solve and get people to have better sleep, they're already solving that solution for them. It's also simply and easy to understand. The website is very clear. You can read everything all at once. And then you can also see that they have a lovable personality. You have a guy that is taking somebody's sock off in bed. It's flirty, it's happy. And then with their social media platforms, they're always engaging with their customers and they're always looking to create a deep connection. And the last thing is that they give a 100-night sleeping trial. And that is going to be very attractive to a lot of people. Most customers, they want to be able to try the products before they commit to buying something. So giving someone 100 nights, that gives them enough time. So by the 100th night, they're already in that bed. They're not going to give it back. So it's a very, very effective way of being able to put your product in front of your customer. All right, so we're going to talk about social media. Social media is an essential way to reach your customers, gain valuable insights, and grow your brand. 80% of people follow at least one business on Instagram alone. A UK study from Trinity Mirror Solutions found that more than half of adults do not trust a brand until they see real world proof that the brand is keeping its promises. Facebook has 2.26 billion users, and YouTube comes in a close second at 1.9 billion users. So that basically means you have access with digital marketing to over 3 billion people in social media. So, how to create a social media strategy plan? The toughest thing about running an ad campaign is coming up with fresh content. To keep your customers engaged, you will need to post on a consistent basis. And in order to establish a strategy, you will need to establish objectives and goals. So we're going to talk about going over a plan for your social media. So what I've got from working with social media is you want to build out a goal framework. You have to have objectives and you have to have goals, and you have to be very, very specific about this. So, what I've developed and understood was what I like to call is the SMART goal framework. And the SMART goal framework is all about creating relevant, achievable goals that will help support your social media objectives. So, you want to be specific and be very, very clear about what you want to do. Do you want to increase engagement by getting 100 new followers or 1,000 followers? You want to make your social media goals specific so it can help track and progress and measure success. You also want to be measurable. Every goal needs some kind of metric. Improved customer service is a great concept, but it's not a goal unless you have a way to measure that improvement. Tracking social media posts clicks will be a more effective goal. You also want to be attainable. Your social media goals should be absolutely require you to stretch, but they should be within reach if you put in the required work. You want to be relevant. This is the piece that ties your goal setting back to larger business objectives. If your goal involves increasing Facebook likes, for example, make sure you understand how that will benefit your business. And then always, always be timely. Deadlines keep everyone accountable. Include a time frame for the completion of your goal so that you know when to check in on your success. You might also want to include some milestones along the way for incremental check-ins. Here are 9 types of social media goals to track. And this you can find in Facebook Business or through the pixels. You can just customize your analytics to your liking, but these are the most important things that you need to be able to track. The first one is brand awareness. You want to track your post shares, your brand mentions, your post reach, your impressions. You also want to track your brand reputation. That includes your customer satisfaction score. Like, how happy are your customers with your product and with your services? How often have you been improving and working on your product and services? And how often are people sharing and talking about your products and your services? And what about your community engagement? You want to track your community engagement because you want to see how often you are getting more and more people to watch your videos, or getting more and more people to get involved in learning more about your products, or getting more and more people involved to viewing your website. And then you also want to track conversion and sales. You want to make sure that the amount of ads that you are running, you are also getting back enough revenue. It should be more revenue coming in than more ad selling that you're doing. If something is not working, then you want to cancel that and go towards more ads that are profiting your business. You want to keep insight on customer marketing. With social media pixels and Facebook audience insights, that's what's going to help you let you know what customers are doing when they're going to your website. If you want to see if a customer is clicking on your add to cart, you can put that in there. If you wanted to see what certain product that your customer is clicking on, you can add that in there. So that way you can see what are your top selling products. And then you want to identify and nurture your leads. You always want to do contests, giveaways, and sweepstakes and discounts, and you want to measure those and see which ones are working for you. As well as your customer service. How often are you talking to your customers? Do you have the SMS automation? And how effective is the SMS automation for your business? Do you have chat boxes? Are your customers talking to you through your chat boxes, or are they calling you on the phone more? You want to be able to measure how they're contacting you. And then also your internal communication, your engagement rate, and your amplification rate. You want to see how many followers you have versus how those followers that are posting and sending and sharing that out to other people. How often are people going and following your social media platforms, and how that is then leading to your website? You want to measure, is Facebook higher and bringing in more clients or customers to your website? So I'm going to go into showing you how to create an effective social media post. But before you can do an effective social media post, you need to get down the social media posting rules. So the first thing that you want to keep in mind is that you want to share several times a day, but you also want to space out your posts every few hours. Research has shown that burst moments, when you flood your followers' timelines with several updates sent back to back to back, are one of the most significant factors in unfollowing. So normally when you want to post is usually in the morning. That's the first thing that people are going to do when they get on their phones, is they're going to see your ad. So you want to post first thing in the morning. Then you should do it around maybe between 1 to 3 o'clock, when people are going on lunch or breaks, or when time kind of slows down. And then I recommend doing it in the evening time, really after dinner, right before people are going to go to bed. A lot of people look at their phones right before they go to sleep. So you want your posts to show up throughout the day for them, but don't overdo it where they feel like they're seeing too much of your brand. And if you can, I really encourage you to respond to all comments as quickly as possible. A social media study found that 53% of users who comment on brands' posts expect a response in under 60 minutes. No longer are people going to your website, emailing you for questions. They're going directly to your social media. If you post something on a product, they want to know right then and there how does this product work for me? And if you have a post where there are a lot of users that are commenting, asking questions, and you're not responding, that's going to show that your customer service is not going well. That's going to mean to them that you don't respond to your customers. So it's very important, if you can, just try to comment every now and then to a couple of customers. You also want to know the art of a hashtag. One hashtag is fine, 10 hashtags are not. So how many hashtags is too many? Well, the Next Web recommends 1 to 3 hashtags per post across all platforms. It's a good rule of thumb to start with. You might find your mileage varies depending on the different networks. But I do want to say that when it comes to Facebook, Facebook does not like hashtags. I do not recommend using hashtags with Facebook. It becomes a little too commercial for people and they get turned off. And then also you want to always keep the 80-20 rule. Entertain and inform your audience first and sell to them second. In order for your customer to trust your brand, you will need to create dialogue. Sharing posts and blogs that contain relative information about your brand is an easy way to engage. And then you want to use first person plural when talking about your company, using we and us. When speaking as the company, the first person plural is best. When speaking as your personal brand, first person singular, I and me, would be more natural. All right, so the social media strategy plan. The first thing you want to do is you want to find out where your audience spends most of their time. What social networks are they in? What groups are they in? What blogs they are in? And what forums are they in? What articles do they follow? What online newspapers do they read? Once you find that out, you want to find your preferred social network and create a profile and plan how much you are willing to allocate towards advertising. In order to control this advertising, because the pay-per-click can go really, really fast and spend your budget up really, really quickly, you need to map out how much you want to spend, how much you can spend prior to committing to do the pay-per-click ads. Then you'll need to gather 25 to 30 social media content posts. This can be articles, retweets, company photos, videos, announcements, news relevant to your industry. It can be your products. It doesn't matter. It just needs to be a variety of 25 to 30 different social media posts. And it can be the same photos of videos, but different variations of them. It can have different text, different wording, just put different colors on there. You just want all of the posts to look a little or slightly different. Then you want to plan how you want to share your content. So all social media platforms are different. So based on what your industry is, you want to link that to what platform to use. So LinkedIn is mostly business, leadership, industry articles, and news. Facebook is entertainment, family, local business, support. Instagram is shopping, colorful content, entertainment, and celebrities. And Twitter, you have useful tips, trendy news, and business technology. Then you want to plan how often you want to share your content. Again, like I said, spread it throughout the day. Do not overshare any of your content. Just spread it out so that readers have time to see it and forget it, and see it and forget it. So here's the content checklist. You want to make sure your content will check off at least one of these boxes. Doesn't have to be all, but for your brand to really speak to the customer, you want to check off at least one of these. So you want to check off and see, this content is relevant to what entertains my audience. You want to see if this content has an image, a video, or a graphic. This content creates an emotional connection with my audience. This content helps my audience to connect with others. This content creates trust between my business and my audience. This content has the appropriate image size and font, is clear and legible. That is one of the biggest problems with a lot of social media posts, is that you don't put the appropriate image size for that social media platform. And what ends up happening is your social media posts will either be too small, too big, or they will not be able to fully read your post. So you want to make sure whatever the recommended size that they are saying you want to apply that. That's very important. You also want to see, does this content have an image video that is attractive, colorful, and eye-catching? And also, this content helps connect my audience to my industry. So here's an example about some social media posts. So WeWork, what they do is they like to spotlight members of their community. And I recommend that that is a very easy way to get your customers engaged, because one, when you're spotlighting someone from the community, you have that customer that you're spotlighting, they feel like they are now a part of your brand. They want to share that with their family and friends. So that's one avenue of getting that out. And then also for the viewers that are seeing your social media content, they see, oh, this is very personalized, that they work with their community and that they care about their community. And that also is an easy way to gain more content, because more and more people will say, well, I want to be a part of this, and they'll reach out to you and they'll want to work with you. And then we have WeTransfer. What I like about what WeTransfer did is they got some audiograms from podcasts that they listened to, and they just replayed something that they believed in and from what a podcast said. And that's not something that they had to make up or anything like that. It's just relevant to their industry. And so that's very easy, because you also will have other people that are interested in that podcast that will see that, and that will be relatable for them as well. The next ones we have is with Parks and Rec. What they do is they celebrate holidays. That's very, very easy content to come up with. You have many, many holidays throughout the calendar year. If I were you, I would just take every holiday that's there and I would celebrate it. That will bring inclusion for everyone. You never know who's looking at your content. If that's a holiday that's very important to them, they will feel very welcome and loved and happy to see that you celebrate that holiday as well. And it's just easy content to be able to share. And then to the right, Peak Design, what they did was they show behind the scenes. They show what it looks like to work in their industry and work in their warehouse. And they're showing you what their products really look in a natural space. Clients and customers, they always want to see, is this company real? Are these people real? Is this product real? Who are these people? So it's very important to just show some type of raw content. If it can be you just working on your laptop, just say, hey, I'm taking a picture. This is my business at work. Anything that you can show that you are real will be very, very important for that customer to build that relationship. And then also, last but not least, we have Bumble. They celebrate birthdays, anniversaries, and weddings with their customers. Again, that's very easy content to get from your customers. That's something that's going to make your customers feel like you have an intimate relationship with them, that you care about what's going on in their lives, and that you want to share and celebrate with them. That's very important in relationship building with your customers. That will create loyalty with them. They'll be excited and they'll want to share that again with their friends and their family. And that's just very good relationship building. And then you also just want to repurpose all of your content. Once you share all your content, you'll be able to see which content has then got the highest post likes, the highest shares, the most comments. And once you get that, you want to repurpose that content about a week or two later. And then you want to add in new content with that. But whatever popular post that you're getting, always reshare that and repost it. Alrighty, so now we're going to talk about how to create some awesome videos. 97% of marketers claim that videos help customers understand products. It's very important, like I said before, the customer really wants to know, what can this do for me? How does this affect me? And how are other people affected by this before I want to purchase this? So here's some rules for posting videos. It's very important to follow these social media posts, for videos, and for sharing content, because every platform, like I said before, is completely different. So when it comes to having these videos, Instagram only recommends that you keep your videos down to 26 seconds. That's the attention span that a person has when they are scrolling through Instagram. Facebook recommends 60 seconds. YouTube recommends 120, and Twitter recommends 45 seconds. The next rule is you want to always write a description. Never post anything that is just content. Your SEO will not go up when you just have an image. Google does not understand that you are linking this to your website. When you have a strong description that includes keywords, tags, and titles, that's what's going to help lead back to your brand. And Google is then going to match that with your website. And so when people are Googling you, they will see all the social media posts that you have made and all the videos that will then populate when they're searching for your service or something similar like your service. And one of the biggest rules is you do not want to sell to your customer. Nowadays, people do not like salesmen. They do not want to talk to you about how you can immediately help them. They want to know more about you. So it's important for you to tell a story. Put forward a conflict that can grab your user's attention, and then a resolution that can help the audience figure out the moral of the story. Giving solutions and resolutions for customers without selling that means that you are committed to improving their life, even if they don't buy from you. You are setting a stage that you are just a good standing, loyal, and resourceful company. The next rule is the 5-second rule. The beginning of the video should start with the action right away. It should have bright, catchy, striking colors. When people are scrolling through content, they literally give each image and each advertisement 5 seconds to determine if they're interested in it. So right off the bat, you want to catch their attention. You also want to optimize your video with the sound off. Most users are in public places and they use mobile phones while they're looking at their content, and they scroll with the music muted. If you have it where the sound is automatically on, it's going to disturb them and they're going to hurry up and quickly scroll past your advertisement. So that would be a waste of time. And last but not least, to include ADA, you want to add subtitles to all of your video content. 88% of Instagram users surf their feed with the sound off, like I said before, and Facebook shows almost 85% of people do the same thing. So it's very important, if you want to grab their attention, add subtitles so they can, within that 5-second rule, hurry up and see what you are about. All right, so we have Talkspace here, for example. The first thing that I noticed when I looked at Talkspace, like I said before, with that 5 to 7 second rule, if you see right now, I'm going to count to 7 seconds as these pictures are changing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Within 7 seconds, I've seen at least each picture at least 2 times. So they've already completed their advertisement within that 5 to 7 second rule. So now I've seen everything that they have to say and I can just go on and scroll, but I've noticed them already. That is very, very important. And another thing that they have is customer testimonials. Customer testimonials are very, very important. That's going to show that this brand is very likable. People are already interested in this product and service, and they have already say that they enjoy it and that this is a solution for them. And if you see in the pictures, the customers are happy behind the reviews. That just helps make customers feel like that this is a positive thing. They like to use the color blue. The color blue means relaxed. It means comfortable. It means that this is a safe space. So blue tones are very important and they speak very, very well to customers. Also, like I said before, the ad is short and it's quick. somebody can read this entire ad within 5 to 7 seconds. It's been delivered. Talkspace, they've done their job. The next one we're going to look at is GetQuip. GetQuip, they did a full video. It's a little bit longer than 5 to 7 seconds, but what they did automatically is they showed you immediately, problem, we have a solution. They have a toothbrush. People deal with issues with their teeth all the time, so automatically they know we can help you right away within this ad. They also want to say that this is simple, it's easy to use, you can do it, it's very clear, it's straight, it's to the point, we can solve this for you. And then the advertisement is very sleek, it's bright, they use blue tones as well, it's very relaxing, and it's just, you see, they don't have any sound to it as well. It's just a simple, quick video. So you want to be very, very precise, quick, to the point. You want to speak to your customers with relaxing, comforting colors and tones and fonts, and you want to just get quick to and straight to the point. So these are some of my popular video apps that I like to use. They're very quick and simple. And a lot of these video apps, they allow you to use them on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all across the social media platforms. I suggest trying them out if you ever can get a chance. All right, so I understand that posting social media and telling you to do it 3 or 4 times a day while running a business can be quite overwhelming. So what they have done as far as social media technologies, they created what they call a social media calendar scheduler. And what I really like about this scheduler is once you import all of your social media content, it could be your videos and your pictures, what you'll do is you'll set up all your posts across all your platforms. You can sign into all your social media accounts through this scheduler, and you will have what they call a stream. So you'll have a Facebook stream, an Instagram stream, a Pinterest stream. You'll set up the dates and the times of when you want the post to trigger onto your social media platforms. You can also include your tags in here. If you wanted to add someone, you can do that. If you wanted to hashtag, you can include those. You can include links as well. And what I also like about it is it keeps the tracking of your social media likes, how many times people are reposting and retweeting your social media. You can set up this scheduler to perform up to, I believe, as far as even 60 days out. So that way you can just set it. You take one day, throw it all in there, set it, and then let it work on its own. And you'll just see results coming as you go. And so these are some of the recommended social media schedulers that I recommend you guys use. Hootsuite is one of the very most popular ones that a lot of people use right now. Sprout Social is a new one that a lot of people find it to be very user friendly. Monday Marketing does scheduling, but it does a lot more. It allows your team to work together so that it's not just you that is scheduling posts. You can share it with other people, and you can organize your content with your team as well. Okay, so now we're going to talk about email marketing. An email marketing strategy is an important part of any marketing strategy. So we're going to use what I've heard is the vacuum method from Outgrow. Outgrow, they came up with this method, which is a 6-part email marketing campaign. And this is what's going to keep your customers wanting to know more about your company. It's going to keep your company in front of your customers, and it's going to develop loyalty with your customers. So the vacuum method is, you start off with value. You want to give your readers value content. That's when I was talking about giving them blogs, articles, newsletters, anything that is related to your industry. You want to develop a resourceful relationship with your customer. You also want to show authority and show why your subscribers should listen to you. Show them that you're an expert. You want to do a call to action after that. You want to get your readers to act on your offer. Then you want to follow up with why you are unique. Show your subscribers why you stand out from the other guys. The next one would be urgency. Tell your readers why they should act now. Give them the urgency of why they need to get your service or product right now. And last but not least, you want to make your customers feel like they need to make a decision. You want to give a final hard push for a sale. So we're going to go over the vacuum method. So the first email should not be a sales pitch. This is the opportunity to build trust with your audience by providing them with valuable resources such as blog posts, tutorial videos, guides, ebooks, articles, newsletters. You want to send your content that can help them learn more about their problems and give them the solutions that you offer. The next one is authority. Your second email should show why your subscribers should trust you. This email should also explain why you are an expert and that your company is established. You want to explain how long you have been in business. You want to show some type of social proof and customer testimonials or vanity statistics. So in this email right here, I don't know if you guys can see it, but with this email, they sent a lot of facts about their company. They wanted to let me know about their client satisfaction rate. They wanted to let me know the ease of use of their products and services. They also wanted to let me know how much they support their customers and how available that they are. They explained their industry experience, their customized bidding interface and scoreboards, and letting you know that we are well established and we are the experts in this, and that we have the information to back all of that up. Then you want to do a call to action. So your call to action is going to be something like visit my website, give us a call. It could be follow our newsletter, anything. This is going to be the time where you want your subscribers to click on your website or view a product, a service, or a demo. And what I recommend is when you are doing these calls to actions, you want to use what we call our power words. They're going to be words that are going to stand out to your customer. Some of those words are imagine, because, actually, introducing, guarantee is a huge one, free, and always try to include the word you. You want to personalize your emails so that the customer can feel like this has been specifically sent to me. The next one we have is unique. The goal of this email is to show your subscribers why you are unique. What makes you different from your competitors? You want to speak about why you are better than them. You can include your business values and mission statements. If there has been any studies that you have that prove why you are top competitor versus somebody else, you want to include that. Again, this is where you can include and say, we are number one in printing or something like that. You want to use just powerful words of we are the best at what we do. Then you want to bring in urgency. So this is the time to send them a discount offer or mention a sale. You can include a time ticker that constantly is counting down. You can give them a sense of urgency with the time tickers, and that will help them make their decision a lot quicker. Even if the sale does not end that day, you just want to help just push that urgency on them, letting them know that it could go away. And then you want to include statements like limited time only or flash sale. Like for ClassPass, they say last day to get 1 month free, and then immediately they have their ticker. And then they also have another customer review right there. So this is a good example of an urgency. Last but not least, let's help them to make a decision. So it's time to offer your customers a deal that they cannot refuse. You want to include more than one deal for your service or products. If you do that, then that will increase the chances of them clicking your call to action. If you can include reasons why they should work with you or how easy it is to use your services, that will be beneficial as well. Right here, they're saying take 30% off with this code immediately, right away. They give you the steps on how to use their services, and they're telling you it's very, very simple. So you want to help them make a decision. In this email, they also include that you can immediately go ahead and make a video right away. Use this code, and that's all you have to do. So here are some of my favorite email marketing tools. What I like about these are that they are very simple to use, especially when it comes to images. It's a very simple point, drop, and click. You can build out these emails within a matter of minutes, and then you can also import all of your leads into these email marketing tools. All right, so some of the key takeaways that I want everyone to remember is with your brand, you want to inspire, show loyalty, emotion, intention. You want to be engaging, consistent, and flexible. For your social media content, you want to check off to make sure at least one of these will be on that checklist for your social media when you're sharing it. So again, this content is relevant to what entertains my audience. This content has an image, video, or graphic. This content creates an emotional connection with my audience. This content helps my audience to connect with others. This content creates trust between my business and my audience. This content has the appropriate image size and the font is clear and legible. This content has image video that is attractive, colorful, and eye-catching. This content helps connect my audience to my industry. For your videos, make sure that you keep them short and sweet, no longer than 5 to 7 seconds. You always want to write a description. Do not sell to them. Become a resource for them. You want to always make sure to optimize your video with the sound off and always use subtitles when possible. For your emails, you want to use the vacuum method. Value, authority, call to action, be unique, use urgency, and help them make a decision. Thank you, everyone. I hope that this was resourceful, and I hope I did not talk too much. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen and follow up with any questions that anyone has.
Yeah, thank you very much, Danielle. I think probably the first thing that we want to say is that if you send an email to Crystal Clark at crystalclark@buoyvic.com, she'll make sure that you get the recording for today as well as the slides. So yeah. That's the first thing. We've had several questions about that because we want you to have full access, and it'll also be posted on the website in a couple of days. So that's the first, the housekeeping item that I wanted to address. Let me think. There were a couple of questions here. Crystal, do you want to field some of those questions because you're looking at it more closely than I am?
What is the best way to market a service marketplace startup?
A service marketplace startup? I would have to say, can I ask who asked that question, and what does your customer look like?
What? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. How you doing today? My name is Ivory Lassiter, and I'm starting a startup for small businesses pertaining to far as knowledge base. So just to give you a quick rundown, I don't want to take too much time. So it's a marketplace for entrepreneurs, small businesses, and freelancers. It gives them an opportunity to search for goods or services. It allows them to connect for social capital, like a LinkedIn. It allows them to attend virtual trade shows and webinars similar to what you're doing now, and a bartering system. So many small businesses, I've had a few small businesses in the past, there's really not a spot that you can go to on a website that has a lot of information that you can get. You have to go to Google, you have to go this and go to a lot of different places. So I kind of want to have a one-stop shop for small businesses for knowledge base and sharing ideas and things of that nature, and looking for goods and services. So being a marketplace, you have two customers. So I have the good thing about my marketplace versus Uber is one is a driver that's looking to take people places, and the other is a person that need a ride. Mines are both businesses, so that makes it easy. But it's do I market? One is a service side. So if I'm selling marketing services, and one is a person that's looking for a marketing service, do I market them both the same because they're both small businesses? Or should I tackle it in a different way and do two types of marketing? One for the companies that are looking for services, and one that are providing services for small businesses. And thank you for your time.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think what the easiest thing would be for you is to go towards LinkedIn. Because you're talking about working with business professionals, and we want to be a resource for these people. And that's what you were talking about, how you are marketing is you want to become a resource. So I think that your customers would mainly be on LinkedIn, and I would say to develop a LinkedIn community. So that way you would get those people that are resourceful, that can help provide resources to your business, and then you can get the people that are needing those businesses. And you can do a LinkedIn a marketing campaign. I don't know if you have LinkedIn or how big your connections are, but if you build your marketing campaign where you just reach out to anybody that has the job titles of the customers that you are looking for, you just connect with those people, and you want to build up to have about 500 people in your community. Once you do that, then you can start creating videos. You can start really pushing out your market and your services, and then that can lead them to the website. But what you want to do first with all those resources is start having conversations about those resources. Get people to start talking about what resources that you are looking to push out to your customers. Once you get that conversation started, I think that that's where your community will start to grow, and you'll be able to start to find your marketplace.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Mhm.
Are there any questions that haven't been posted that folks would like to ask, since we're a relatively small group?
I would like to ask a question. I actually just posted it so you can disregard. Um, so I think you mentioned for hashtags, it's for Instagram, it's only recommended 2 or 3. And I guess I don't know if this is old information. I thought that the more hashtags, the better. And I'm like, oh gosh, I've been using the wrong amount of hashtags. So can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I understand what you're talking about. When people were first talking about doing these hashtags, they were saying do 20 different hashtags so that you can get on all these different platforms. But what has happened is that Instagram has been overpopulated. And everywhere you look, there is a influencer, there's somebody that's trying to sell something to you. So what's easier for the customer is to see that you are being very specific about your industry, that you are not looking to grab every single customer that's out there. And instead of focusing on how many hashtags you should have, what you should focus on is what hashtags have the largest communities, and just use those hashtags and recycle those. So you can have, let's say, a group of 10 hashtags overall. Just don't put all 10 on one social media post. You can interchange them, make them 1 to 3, but just find the strongest communities within those hashtags.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I had a quick question, Danielle. You gave us a tremendous amount of information. If you are a solo entrepreneur, what would be and you talked about, the different ways that you can promote your business. What would be the first 2 or 3 things that you absolutely must do? I know that's maybe tough to kind of hone in on, but that's the question we get frequently. I don't have time to do all this. What are the 2 or 3 most important things I should do?
If you cannot do everything, I think the first thing that you should do is get down your email marketing strategy plan. Because you already have those customers. So you want to keep, or you already have those leads. You already have that email list. So work on those people that you already have that are interested in your company and build out that email marketing plan. The other thing is, if you feel like you can't keep up with Instagram or you can't keep up with Facebook, I would say the second most important thing is have a LinkedIn page and build out your LinkedIn page and put as much information on your LinkedIn page. Because what happens is when customers are looking up your website, they want to see if you are really, really established. And so LinkedIn reads to them, this is a real established place. They have employees. This is a real business. So LinkedIn is just a very, very trusting social media platform for users.
Mhm. And that is great, because I get that question a lot. Crystal, I see another question in the chat box.
What is a good way to re-engage with your email list if it's been a long time since your last email to them?
If it's been a long time since your last email, then I say you're going to have to just go ahead and throw them a good 15% off or 20% off. Give them something that is going to make them feel like we miss you. We really want your business. Or if you can do some type of contest, I recommend trying to get them back in with some type of sweepstakes or a giveaway or something like that. You want to offer them something where they don't feel like, oh, here's another email. They're trying to sell me something else. Just say, hi, it's your friend. I just want to give you a cup of coffee. Just want to let you know, hey, just a friendly reminder, we're still here.
Good advice. Crystal, another question?
How does the SEO fit into all of what was mentioned?
Yeah, absolutely. So SEO is going to basically become your god of driven content. The more content that you put on your social media platforms, or the more information that you put into the internet, when it comes to looking up your name and your services, whoever looks up your name, they're going to see all of your content. They're going to see all of that, especially when it comes to Google adding thumbnails to your content. Google's going to say, oh, this is SEO optimizer. I'm going to push this to the top. If you ever looked at and searched for a website without putting in the entire website name, if you can just easily put in a couple of words and automatically you see that website pop up, that's what all of that content is doing. It's helping that customer get closer to your website. So all of this content is basically like breadcrumbs that's leading you to your website. That's why you got to put in those titles, and that's why the titles, the tags, and the keywords, they need to be consistent. So whatever keywords that you're putting in your social media should be the same keywords that you're putting onto your website. The same tags that you're putting into all your pictures and your videos should be the same thing that you have on your website. So if they put in science, then anything that's related to science that includes with all your content in your website will populate on Google first.
Simple.
It's hard work, but it's worth it in the end.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I have another question. How do I know if I am using the right content? I know that you said images, videos, and graphics. How do I know that it is? I think it's related to my brand, but how do I know if I can hone in on it more?
So when you're using like Facebook or Instagram, they have audience insights. Do you follow those?
Yes.
Okay, so you can customize that so you can see what ad is working for you and what's not working for you. So if you were to, normally what I recommend is to do, you want to do about 6 to 7 different ad groups. And within those ad groups, you want each of them to have something different within that. And when you start to run those ads, you'll see more people are clicking and posting and commenting on another ad versus a different ad. And so if you have an ad that you've been running for more than 48 hours and nobody has noticed it, that means you need to kill that ad. That ad is not making you any money. If you added a keyword to that post and that just boosted up, then keep using that. So there's also there's analytics like Facebook pixels, TikTok pixels, all those pixels. If you put those on your website, that'll also show you where your market is. It depends on the product and the service for what platform you should be using. So if you have Instagram, you have Facebook, you have Pinterest, and you have LinkedIn, and you have ads running on all of those, but your Facebook is the one that's doing the best, I recommend letting go of all of the rest of them and just focus on Facebook and put all your money into Facebook. So if you can build it out where you can have a bunch of different ad groups and just test those within 48 hours, if it doesn't work, let it go. The ones that are getting the likes in the posts, keep those going.
So it's not so much what I think is relatable, it's what the audience thinks is interesting.
Yes. Absolutely.
Thanks.
And then you can also go to Google Keywords. And what Google Keywords does, if you type in any word, say you type in yoga mat, it will show you where in the United States people are searching the most for yoga mats. And you can apply that to your ads. So you can change the region, you can change the age group, you can alter and customize your ads based off of those keywords so that you are hitting the maximum areas for your services.
Wow. Danielle, a lot to kind of keep together. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much for all this. We've kind of come to the end of our session. So I just want to remind everyone here that if you'd like to have an opportunity to have more conversation with Danielle, she'll be available a week from today on the 19th of May between 11 and 12. You can register to get a conversation with her through our website, and also there will be e-flyers that will go out the beginning of next week for that. But you get another chance to have a private chat with her about your particular business concerns, and maybe you'll have some ideas that are new based on all the things that she's kind of given me. I need a cup of coffee at this point. You know, this has been great though. This has been great. And so I just want to say thanks to everyone. You can get the recordings on our website, or if you are too impatient, you can send Crystal Clark at crystalclark@buibic.com an email, and she'll make sure that you get those. And I just want to say thanks to everybody. Great session, Danielle. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
Bye
you.
to all.
Nice meeting
Have a good one.
everybody.
Yes,
Have a good
ma'am.
day.